As of right now, sitting down to start this March to October, there are exactly 3 weeks left until MLB 22 comes out. But I said I was going to do one more March to October before the end of MLB 21, and I'm sticking with that, even though I'm starting it a little later than I would have liked. And as you may have seen in the very last episode of the Brewers March to October, we picked our team, and it's the Chicago Cubs. Now, the Cubs, I would assume, have been the team probably most requested in my comment sections for whenever I post a March to October video. I feel like whenever I've said, hey, what teams do you want to see me do? Probably the one team with the most requests is the Cubs, and it makes sense because I've done a lot of White Sox stuff, so it makes sense that there's a lot of Chicago fans that watch my videos. So finally we're getting around to the Cubs, and I don't know, I was gonna say I've had a love-hate relationship with the Cubs, but if I'm being honest, it's probably like 80-20. But part of that is because for the first 12 to 14 years of my existence, I bought into the whole crosstown rivalry, and if you liked one team, you couldn't like the other. So I was a Sox fan, so I hated the Cubs. I don't buy that anymore, though. I don't think you need to. I mean, who cares? Just be a fan of both the teams of your city, right? I mean, that's kind of my new outlook. I mean, it's not like the Cubs and Sox are taking anything away from the other. They only play like 6 games a year. They're not in the same division. So I don't buy into that anymore. But the problem is my other favorite team, the Brewers, are in the same division as the Cubs. But for that little window of time, 2015 to 2017, man, I loved watching the Cubs. I loved that core that they had of Schwarber, Rizzo, Bryant, Baez, all those guys. And even growing up a Sox fan, you can't deny how great of a moment that World Series win was, and I was all on board for that. It was so fun. And I kind of wish I wasn't trying to cram this all into a 3-week period of time, because I don't want it to feel rushed. I want to do this Cubs March to October right, so I'm going to do whatever I can so we don't have to rush individual episodes. My goal for how I'm going to release the episodes of this series is I'm going to do my best to have at least one go up every day. Maybe even some days where there's 2. But I don't want the episodes themselves to feel like I rush through them. I want to actually give it the time it deserves. Now, one bit of speculation that actually might be cleared up just from this screen alone is I wasn't sure which version of the Cubs we would be getting. Now, I know this is another long part to the intro, but I feel like I need to give some background. Last year, when I did the Rangers March to October, if I'm remembering right, those Rangers rosters were like post final roster update. Like, it was updated to the final rosters. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's what it was. The Brewers one, though, those rosters were not like up to date from when I started the series, which was in August. Those rosters were based on after the very first roster update. So what I wasn't sure about is which version of the Cubs we'd be getting here. I didn't know if we were going to be seeing, that core that I mentioned earlier, giving it one last run, Baez, Bryant, Rizzo, or if we'd be seeing, the Cubs that are on a bit of a downswing led by Schwindel. But the fact that they are listed in the contenders category here makes me think it's going to be the last dance season that these Cubs probably should have gotten, if I'm being honest, with Rizzo, Bryant, Baez. I know he didn't leave, but Contreras. So as long as I'm right in this assumption that that's going to be the team we're getting here, since they're in the contenders category, this should be fun. We won't know for sure though until we load into the first game, but that's just my assumption as of right now. So we're going to go ahead, select the Cubs. I'm once again going to be playing on the Legend difficulty. And I am 5 for 5 in March to Octobers on this channel. I've yet to lose a World Series. So Cubs, do not put the curse on me.
The Cubs went 13-3 to start the 2020 season. And that opening kick was enough to keep the rest of the division at bay. Chicago went wire to wire, despite never really pulling away from the pack. As a new year dawns at Wrigley, the situation feels strangely similar. The Cubs believe they can make one more run at the Fall Classic, but there is little margin for error. Can Chicago sprint out of the gates and cement their status as a contender? Or will they find themselves struggling just to survive in the ultra-competitive NL Central?
Man, that is kind of an interestingly foreboding pre-March to October video package there.
Well, the Chicago Cubs kick off the 2021 season at home at the friendly confines here at Wrigley Field as the defending NL Central champs. But off-season departures may complicate a repeat performance. For more on what Cub fans can expect, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, a fired-up fan base has come out tonight to try and help lift their home club to a big opening day win. And an air of anticipation is mounting as we approach the first pitch. Cubs manager David Ross still has one of the best cores in baseball to work with after Chicago won the NL Central crown in 2020. Javier Baez, Chris Bryant, and Anthony Rizzo lead the way for the Northsiders. And Ian Happ and Jason Hayward will both look to build on strong seasons. But pitching will be critical for the Cubbies after trading away Yu Darvish and bidding farewell to John Lester in the offseason. Kyle Hendricks and Zach Davies look like the key pieces in the rotation. With other NL Central teams rapidly improving, the Cubs may need to make a push before their window closes.
Thanks, Heidi. And on that note, let's get things underway.
Alright, I didn't want to cut off the whole presentation thing there, but like I was saying, that intro video was a little interestingly foreboding with how things actually went. They said, you know, there's a belief that this team had one more run in them, but there was little margin for error. And that's pretty much exactly how it panned out. They were good to start the year. They went on that massive losing streak, and then they just blew it up. Like, I still wonder if they didn't lose all those games in a row, even if they went, you know, 3 wins in that time span. I don't remember what the losing streak was, but even if they got a couple wins and it wasn't this headline grabbing mega losing streak, I wonder if they would have blown it up. But Heidi Watney, in her report, she mentioned the 3 names. She mentioned Rizzo, Baez, and Bryant. So let's see, let's make it certain here who we've got. We've got Rizzo, we've got Bryant, we've got Baez. The band is back together. I'm actually so relieved that that's what this is. This is going to make it a lot more fun. At least I think so. It's going to make it a lot more fun to give these guys, like I said, their last dance. This is going to be fun for me, and hopefully for any Cub fans out there watching this. Hopefully this might be a cathartic experience. We'll do more of a deep dive into the rosters after this first game is over. We'll look to see what kind of weaknesses we can fill in trades and whatnot. But for now, it looks like our ace is Kyle Hendricks here. And that's not a good start. We don't want to be doing that. This should be an out here. Alright, it's a shame that wasn't like a legit ground ball. We could have turned 2. There we go. We needed that. We needed that there. Nice. Dotting with that high heat. That'll freeze anybody. Uh-oh. We don't want to be seeing this. First inning right away. I was afraid we were going to see this. Kyle Hendricks showing emotion. This is a dangerous team if that's happening. Oh, and he's stepping up to the plate right away. I might just leave him in. No runs allowed. He had a ton of energy. He's all fired up. Maybe he's going to go deep. Oh, man, he actually is. Not going deep, but he's going to get a base hit. Contreras, that's a gapper. Get on your horse, Kyle. I'm not going to send him. There's no need to risk it here with 1 out. And I think this should be Chris Bryant coming. No, it's Rizzo. And Rizzo, I am gonna... Oh wait, that's... Never mind. I thought for a second that was over his head. But we're gonna score a run anyway. Hendricks tagging up Contreras to third, and that gives us the lead. And now we got... Ah, of course, alright. Man, I wanted to hit with Bryant against the lefty. Oh, he came through. Lefty, Jock Peterson. Look at this Cubs offense right out of the gate. 2 runs before we even finish the first inning here. Oh, we got Baez now against the lefty. We can make this 5-0. Alright, we draw the walk. Man, I just can't get anything good to hit when we got these matchups. Well, we didn't even get a chance with Bryant. Oh, alright. Man, that's a shame. That was close to being a big inning, but we still put up 2. Give ourselves a nice lead here. Hopefully we can just coast to the win from here on out. Uh-oh. That did not go where I wanted it to. I think we got it, though. All right, yeah, we're good. Alright, another strikeout on that change. Let's keep it going, Hendricks. He has 10 strikeouts? 10 strikeouts in the 7th. He's got so much energy left. If disaster doesn't happen, we might just finish this whole thing off with him. Okay. Okay, I see how we're playing it. I see how we're playing it. Nothing but weak hits. Alright. I really thought for a second that I was going to get through. But alright, we're good for another inning here. Let's put up some more. I don't even want to have to worry. Nico. Wow, he's got nothing against righties, does he? I swear, is that... No, okay. It had a little too much. Look at that swing, though, man. Why am I making my best swings with Kyle Hendricks? Oh! Man, dude, every time I get a matchup I want to hit with, we just get put on for free, it seems. Ian Happ versus a righty is going to be fun. He's got a lot of power. How much of that did I get? Is that over his head? Oh my god! How long are his arms? Alright, we are getting nothing but weak contact with Kyle Hendricks. I just wish they wouldn't have found so many little cheap holes. Whoa, wait. Man, I wish I wouldn't... well, that sucks. What I was going to say is I thought I saw it pop up saying Brian Reynolds was 0 for 14 against Kyle Hendricks in his career. But now, of course, we got to give up his first. Wow, not... oh, man. Let's not miss over the plate this much, Kyle. Alright, another weak ground ball. I don't know how we've given up this many hits with this much weak contact. I also don't know how we didn't give up any runs with that many hits. But I might call it a day there for Hendricks. Gave us 8 strong. If we don't extend this lead, I might just turn to closer. And I say just a closer instead of Kimbrel because I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust Kimbrel. What a piece of hitting there. Who needs to ban the shift? We got Rizzo doing that. But we'll talk about the roster and ratings after this game is over. But just after a quick glance in the bullpen, don't know about Kimbrel, man. I don't know if I want him closing games. What do we got? Oh, it's gone. I think I accidentally hit R1. So Rizzo went back to first, so I couldn't just look to see if he was running. But that is why I said I wanted to have Chris Bryant facing the lefty. He's so good against lefties. It's like automatic. Well, how about that? Now we got a 4-0 lead. Maybe I do just leave Kyle Hendricks in. Oh my god, is Peterson gonna beat the shift too? Dude, how about that? Just 2 absolutely awful swings, but placed perfectly because we're being shifted on. Oh! This team is gonna be too fun. I am just tearing it up with the big name guys that wouldn't have been here if the rosters were updated. Hayward even. Are we able to be stopped? I did select legend, right? Ah. Oh, it was fair. That was tailing foul. Would have gotten there if he got there a second later. But a good inning. Now we can finish it with Hendricks. If this was real life, probably wouldn't be pitching this inning. But we know that there's no risk of injury in March to October. So there's no reason not to with a 6-run lead. Oh, come on, dude. That's one thing I am noticing. Hendricks does have 10 strikeouts today, but I think only one of them has come since we came into the game. And, you know, this is our 4th inning of work now with him. He must have a really low Ks per 9 or something, because these guys are the Pirates, and they're not really chasing many curves below the zone, even the change below the zone. We're getting a lot of foul balls. This is kind of going to be frustrating. There we go. That should be 2 to end it. Let's get it there. Nice. Nice way to end it. What an opening day. What a way to kickstart this Cubs March to October. We get 3 fireballs for the opening day win, an extra fireball for the shutout, and another extra fireball for the blowout win. This is good. This is very different than how the Brewers one started out. I started out slow out of the gates in the Brewers March to October. But winning game 1 in the way that we won it, we're going to start out with a lot of wins in a row here. Yeah, look at that. Right away, the momentum is that big. So how much are we going to sim here? We're going to sweep the Pirates, keep it going against the Brewers. All right, we are 5-0, and our next game is to extend that streak to 6-0 and sweep the Brewers. We're going to have a 2-1 lead in the top of the 8th, but before we get into that, let's take a dive into these rosters. All right, so what are these guys looking like? The default starting lineup that this game gives us to start the year. We got Happ, Contreras. Actually, let's move to no DH here. But it's still against righties, Happ, Contreras, Rizzo, Bryant, Jock Peterson, remember he was a Cub, Baez, Hayward, and then Eric Sogard playing second base. All right, but then our bench options, we've got Jake Marisnick, Austin Romine, Nico Horner, David Bodie, and Matt Duffy. I'm kind of surprised that Contreras is the highest overall on this team. 88. Then we got Rizzo at only an 83. Bryant's an 86. Baez an 85. We're pretty familiar with March to October Javi Baez because of the Brewers franchise. We traded for him. But Bryant, he's going to be a good hitter, especially against lefties. We saw that. He's slightly regressing, though. That's not cool. And then Rizzo, he doesn't look like as good of a hitter as I would have hoped. I mean, that's solid, but I mean, the highest stat is only 75 on the power against righties. Happ, though, Happ is literally Keston from the Brewers March to October. This is literally Keston Hero, except he's a switch hitter. The mid-50s contact against both sides, the 88 power against righties, and then mid-50 power versus lefties again. I do like that he has high discipline, so actually, having him lead off might be solid. He's going to draw a lot of walks. Contreras looks like just a good all-around catcher. We know that. We know Rizzo. We know Bryant. Jock Peterson, this might be someone to look to replace when it comes to a trade. The 88 power is nice, but other than that, I mean, his fielding is okay, but that is low contact. I guess his discipline is solid too. I kind of see this skill set, and it strikes me more as a bench bat if we had the option. Hayward is actually looking a little bit better than I would have thought. I don't know how this translates to only a 74. The hitting seems pretty solid, at least for what I would have expected out of Hayward. I'll take him against righties. His fielding isn't like as crazy good as I would have hoped, but you know, it's still good enough, good arm. And then it looks like we got the option of Sogard or Nico. Between episodes, I'll probably restructure the lineup how I want it. And then, like usual, I'll probably go through all the different like trade things and set that up in between episodes. I won't waste time on a video doing that. But yeah, we're gonna have some things to look at here. I might shake up some of these starting spots here and see what we can do. But let's look at pitching, because this was a little bit of a concern when I glanced at it in the middle of the game. We got Hendricks. He's an 85. I didn't know he'd be that good, but yeah, he does have that low K per 9 like I expected. But hey, that was a good first game. Arrieta, before he completely fell off for probably like the last time in his career, he's hopefully going to be solid for us. He should be a solid arm. I mean, I look to our White Sox March to October for this comparison. He seems, well, besides like velocity and stuff, he seems kind of like Dallas Keuchel, older guy, higher 70s. That'll probably be the role that he'll be in. And then we got Zach Davies at a 77, Trevor Williams at a 74, Adbert at a 73, and that's our rotation. So we might look to upgrade that starting pitching, get another good arm out there. And then our bullpen, I forgot, wasn't going to be as good of a strength as I had hoped. Because remember, before the Cubs blew everything up at the deadline, they had that nasty three-headed dragon at the back end of the bullpen with Tepera, Chafin, and Kimbrel. But Tepera is only a 72, Chafin's a 77, but we did see in the Brewers March to October that he's still good. And then Kimbrel's only a 79. And I don't know, I kind of worry about this version of Craig Kimbrel, because I was, just personal anecdote, I was playing franchise a little bit earlier this year, and it was after Kimbrel got bumped up to like an 87, 88-ish, and I was using him on my franchise team, and it seemed like whenever I would play with them, I just could not get guys out. And now this is a worse version of Kimbrel with only 30 walks per 9. That kind of worries me. And we got nobody in the bullpen that's over an 80. I mean, only one pitcher overall that is an 80. Or over an 80. Yeah, I'm thinking our pitching is going to be what we look to upgrade first. We got a lot of solid guys in this bullpen, a lot of mid-70s arms, which is good. I would just like that one shutdown guy that we can rely on at the end of games, because I don't trust Kimbrel to be that guy. So yeah, probably a starter, a lefty arm in the bullpen, and then either that lefty is that shutdown guy that I was talking about, or we get another shutdown guy. So yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to focus on first. There is improvements we could make to the lineup, but I think the lineup is in a bit better of a place than the pitching situation is. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to do all this trade management stuff in between episodes as well as the lineups, and I kind of want to get that all situated before we play more games. So I think I'm going to end this first episode there. Very good start, very hot start to the season. That is exactly what we wanted. Again, you guys, this is going to be a test for me. We said at the beginning, but there are 3 weeks left until MLB 22 comes out, and I'm going to do my best to finish this March to October before that game releases. So what that means is hopefully an episode every day, maybe a couple days with 2 episodes. We are going to play it by ear, but make sure you stick around for it, because I'm actually excited. I'm really excited, and it's, you know, March on MLB 21. So guys, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If you're excited about this, come back for episode 2. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.